And I think it's interesting that Sony is, just look at the business side of things for a second. Like Sony is, people are going through Sony because they are the more, like probably one of the most successful companies, not just in the games industry, but in media in general.
Right.
And, you know, companies in Japan specifically want to stay encased in that, and they don't want to go with the Western side of things, or companies that start over here. They want to, you know, stay local, I should say. So Sony is like that avenue. I mean, they have the camera market, they have their movies, they have the anime, and then they have PlayStation.
The anime.
They have the anime. we have the anime.
Yeah. It's like an Arby's commercial, but entertainment.
We have the anime. Yeah. So I think, I always like wondered, like, because right now I'm kind of going through One Piece, actually. Like I started watching that. And
That's an endeavor.
And people, and because shout out to my buddy Josh, because when I was visiting him this fall, he said, you know what? Just watch it. And I was like, why? Why should I watch One Piece? So he puts his hand together as we're sitting at the dinner table. He's like, all right, here we go. So he kind of just basically gave me the rigmarole of, okay, you should just watch it because people say, oh man, there's so much filler. And he's like, but the filler's actually good. And I was like, huh, okay. And so I watched up to episode 15, where we find our third character of our third character, the guy in the village or whatever. I can't remember his name.
Big nose?
Yeah, the big nose guy.
You mean Usopp?
Yeah, that guy. So like,
Ooh,
so like we're in that arc, and we've been in that town for like 8 episodes, and it's still going on. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not like worried about going someplace with the show. I'm more excited about just watching the journey of it.
It is very descriptive.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that you can glean from watching those said filler episodes. And I will have to say, as a Dragon Ball Super fan, and not super as in the series Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, not Dragon Ball
just
Super,
like
but you know, like a super fan.
Yeah. They're made by the same studio, and so they have similarities in that regard as filler. I would say that I do prefer watching One Piece's fillers.
Yeah.
They do have a lot more information. They progress a little bit more. I mean, they still take forever to get through some pieces of things, but it's a little bit more deserved, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like the characters are super entertaining to watch. They're super fun. And also the show is like, you know, it's like as violent as like, you know, it's like PG-13 or whatever.
Yeah,
it's very. It's not like super like
and as an
bloody
adult
or anything, but it's like super entertaining, and it's like giving you just enough edge. I would say.
Right. I would say as an adult, it's still entertaining. It's not like they edited it down. This is for kids.
No, not at all.
It's still
and the dub's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
There's some voice where I'm like, okay, whatever. But overall, I know there's like, well, buddy, you got 1,000+ episodes to go. Good luck. And I'm like, no, it's not really my goal. My goal is to just enjoy it, you know? Like, and just to have a fun
then
time.
I won't tell you it took me only a month to get to like episode 864.
Did you watch like just recaps or?
No, I literally would come home and have it on and just watch it. I even got the kids to watch it with me for quite a bit of it, actually. But
they burnt out at episode 400, but you know,
and then those filler episodes start coming on. There were a couple where it's like, okay, time for some TikTok, but because you know where it's gonna go. There are some times where you're just like, oh, they're gonna drag this out, and then they're gonna fight so and so and so. I will say probably out of 800, I think it was 76 I was on. Probably about 50 I kind of skimmed over as I did other things or cooked dinner or something, whatever. But
it's kind of like would you call it the Seinfeld of anime, maybe, where you can just put it on and it just goes?
No, there's a lot that you miss if you don't sit and watch. You have to understand how they structure their stuff and when filler is starting, and you have to pay attention because it will fade out, and sometimes it's like 2 episodes, and other times it's like 7 episodes. So.
It's funny, like I've only watched that many episodes, but I've noticed that like once I'm in the filler, I'm like, oh, this is filler.
Yeah,
like I'm here.
It's obvious.
It's like like I was like 2 episodes later, I'm like, oh, okay, this is just the filler. Okay, cool. I mean, I was like, I don't want to miss anything because I kind of want to see where this goes, you know?
Right, and like I said, there's still information in there to be had, so it's not like you should skip it.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, it is an endeavor, and someone other than myself probably will never make it to episode 870 something, but it's worth trying. Yeah. And there's a lot of good stuff that happens and some interesting things. And if you feel invested, then when you get into the stories and the arcs, you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy what's going on.